The future of roofing sales is changing. In 5 years from now, roofing sales is not going to be what it is today. This is a combination of a variety of things. One, the economy. Two, technology, and there's a lot of it coming into the industry along with AI, and private equity and consolidation. We can pair all of that with changing consumer trends. So some people are freaking out. What is the industry going to look like? And how can I begin adapting? And that's exactly what I'll be covering in this video, because what you are about to watch is an excerpt of a live event that I did in Houston, Texas. And after lunch, we opened up Q&A, and Jimmy asked this very question, wanting to know my predictions for the future of roofing sales, how it'll impact with buyer trends, their roles, and even how it might impact door-to-door sales. So watch this video to find out what you need to know. Let's get started. So here's my predictions of what's going to happen in the industry of sales and roofing. In 5 years, it will not be what it is now. I think that some people might be freaking out about their job, and I don't think you need to be. Actually, let's sketch this out. The industry is changing. This is all the sales that are to be done. We've got a segment of the market that is adopting to the e-commerce model. E-commerce is I go online, I enter in my property address, and then I'm shot an estimate. And then they can purchase this, and then it gets delivered. This is e-commerce. They're not going to talk to anybody. There's a segment of people right now who will not trust a roofing company based on this model, because they think that it's a really big ticket item. It's a really big ticket item. They're going to show up at their house, and who knows if they can be trusted. The next segment that we're going to see is what I'll call the hybrid people. They're the folks that will use these online tools like instant estimators and things like that, tools like Roofle, which I think, by the way, have their place and are very powerful in the sales process, because what homeowners want is transparency. It's one of the things, too, just on the way I do things with my system, I don't hide our rates. Everything is in front of everybody. So many people get on, they're like, well, what's it going to cost? I'm like, it's on the website. Like, I'm happy to answer that. This isn't a gimmick to get you on the phone. Homeowners are wanting more and more transparency. So if you can provide that level of transparency up front, it answers their biggest question, but they won't want to work with someone until they talk to somebody. Like, who here would buy a roof online without talking to someone? Raise your hand. But who here would get an estimate and then talk to a human and then make your decision based on that? I know I would. So that's your hybrid models. Then you got the people that won't adopt. And they're going to keep doing things the way that we are right now. And then we have the growing section of virtual sales. I believe that as time progresses, we will migrate more people into virtual selling, e-commerce, and a hybrid model as opposed to where we are today. And the more consumer demand drives for transparency and getting these questions asked up front, the more we're going to have to do it, whether you like it or agree with it or not, just the way it works. So I think that slowly, the way that we do things will slowly get squeezed out as we go hybrid with in-person and then virtual sales. I have a friend of mine, Cody. Cody's in the Pitch Pro movement. He's a fellow mentor. He's the one I was telling you about that got my program and went to 20 million in his third year. Cody did 2.5 million in sales last month, 100% remote. He's got a system in place. By the way, his system is like the same thing that we teach in my platform. So I think that this is what's going to evolve, and I think that stronger salesmanship is going to be required to survive. I think right now, poor salesmanship gets by because of sheer numbers and getting in front of people. Now, at the same time, I do believe that door-to-door is not going anywhere. So many people are freaking out, and they're like, is door-to-door dying? No, absolutely not, and I'll tell you why it's not dying. Door-to-door is going nowhere because we have online shoppers, and we have direct sales. Direct sales is door-to-door. Online shoppers have a known problem and are actively looking for a solution. They're an active shopper. Direct sales have an unknown problem and are not shopping. So all the people that tell you that door-to-door is dying, my unfavorable opinion is they're just chicken and they just don't want to do it themselves. So they're saying it's dying and they say, oh, we'll just start, everyone's going online now. If I wanted a new roof, I'd sell you one. But you guys said 95% of your customers come from an unknown problem. So you're great. Keep doing what you're doing, because all these people that are just going to move online are going to leave you a lot more market share to work because they're not willing to do it. And that's why I don't think these folks are going. I don't think door-to-door is going anywhere. So I do think from a digital landscape and just consumer trends, this is what's happening, but door-to-door is not going to go anywhere for a very long time. Very good question.